Ciao a tutti, buon pomeriggio. Siamo qui con il regista Jannis Lenz, regista del film Battlefield, un documentario nel concorso internazionale, in concorso al Lago Film Fest 2021. Ora l'intervista sarà condotta in inglese. Se avete voglia di vedere il film potete trovarlo sia online che al festival a luglio a Rimini Lago. Hi Jannis, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good as well. So your documentary is pretty observational. So let's say the location speaks for itself. Let's say you just put your camera there and just the reality roll in front of you. But how did you choose the location? Where is it actually?
Actually, it happened during the research for my first feature film, and we were in barracks, and we had a lot of time during the shooting process. So we were hanging out a lot in the summer, and there wasn't happening much, and so I got fascinated by the gardening work of these soldiers, and we had this like for several weeks every day, and nothing else really happened. And so it kind of fascinated me, and I started to see things in this process which I hadn't seen in the beginning, and which I really liked, which because it felt so strange to see these like tough guys in uniforms doing gardening work, and but I really liked it because it had something uh, tragic, comedic kind of this, and also that they were doing it day by day. It was really like every day there was somebody like rolling and cutting weed, and it was always this kind of noise. And yeah, I tried to capture this. And while filming, I didn't really know what to do with it. It was just like I had the feeling I had to capture this, just like you said. We were sitting there, and I said, "Okay, please turn on the camera," to my DOP. And then later in the editing room, I put it together, and hope it opens up a space for interpretations, maybe.
Yeah, definitely. But it's let's say a trend that I've seen a lot in documentaries, also long documentaries. I mean, also a role for directors, I think nowadays it's not to talk too much, but maybe just make viewers make their own movie. But their greatness, let's say, is to select what they want to show us. And in my opinion, your work is really nice for this reason. Yeah, very simple, but very direct, and makes you think a lot. But so you are working now on your feature film?
No, it's finished. We just it just premiered, and yeah, it was kind of an ongoing process. So during the editing of my feature film, I also edited Battlefield, and it was kind of a relaxing process, or like I really enjoyed editing this film because as you said, it was so simple, and at the same time it was kind of a preparation for the feature film, because I wanted to keep this simplicity. That was something I really wanted to achieve, and also my attempt with this film, to keep this simplicity and to bring how can I say, to like open up a universe in a very small with a very small thing, and also with very little means, so as simple as possible.
Yeah, I mean, so your feature film is about?
It's about a soldier, and it's kind of more kind of a portrait. It's about a soldier who starts taking acting lessons to learn how to cry, and
Very interesting.
yeah, it deals with many different themes, like also like the roles we play in our everyday life, and kind of this uniform thing, and of course with some pictures of masculinity, and yeah, things like that. And it's in some way it was, of course, very more complex than Battlefield, but I tried to keep the ideas I collected during editing this film, because I think there are several layers in the feature film as well that I could try out in the short film.
I get it. But so you worked on two works simultaneously, and both of them are regarding, let's say, the army world. So do you have a specific idea on the nowadays meaning of that, especially in those countries where apparently we are, done with our war and so on, but we then go on having war in other parts of the world, but to us, it's not. Do you have any comment on this topic?
Yeah, it's really funny because actually that was the first time that I entered barracks. I grew up in a very pacifist household, so when I was a kid, we went on like peace marches and stuff like that, and I didn't play with weapons when I was a child and stuff like this. So it was very, very much like also like a political attempt, like keeping this peace, but also, because of family history and stuff like that. And so it was very strange to enter these barracks because and I didn't feel comfortable at all. It was really strange. And when I first got there, I thought, oh my God, why did I choose this as a topic for a film and even for my first feature film? So I have to spend a lot of time there. And but then it was quite interesting because it was also like kind of dealing with my own prejudices. So I wouldn't say like I became a fan of the army or something like that, not at all. But it was very interesting also to see the people working there and to see these people not only in their uniforms, and some were actually very friendly. And at the point, we almost forgot that we are in these barracks after some time. We were hanging out and drinking coffee with some of them. But of course, we only got to know the people that are surrounded by our protagonist, who is like a very open person, and I would say not that kind of guy you would imagine or as a soldier. And he's also like, he works as a paramedic, so he's not in worst case, he's not the one who shoots, but who like helps the people who got shot. So it's these are all aspects that are in there. So it's difficult for me to say. I wouldn't say that. Or maybe what's kind of interesting is that I got to know the other aspects of their work, like if there are like catastrophes, like
for extreme events, they're ready to help out.
Stuff like that. And they told me that most of their work actually is focused on this kind of things. And I also got to know because of Ahmed, who's the protagonist of my film. I got to know that they were working also like in the COVID season when it was at the highest point. They had to help people and stuff like that, and also with the vaccination and things like this. So they also have like how can I say it? A so kind of it has a sense in the society beyond this.
Yeah, beyond what it used to be. Let's say.
Yeah.
Seen just as, okay, we have someone that can help us fighting other people. They're not just fighting in case of a war, they're also helping out in duties of the nowadays.
Exactly. It's more about the kind of protection within the country, not like I don't think they fight that much. It's more like helping in another way. And this was something I really liked. Also for me to recognize this, because I hadn't seen this until then.
Well, very nice to talk to you, and I hope to see your feature film. I mean, now it has been screened, premiered where?
At Vision de Ruelle. And okay. I think it will maybe soon be in Italy. Maybe.
Okay, let's see how the deals go with the with the distribution. But hopefully now cinemas are open, so we will slowly get to catch up with a lot of movies.
Yes.
So thank you very much, Lenz, Jannis, and grazie a tutti per aver partecipato. Ci vediamo al Lago Film Fest quest'estate.
Grazie. Ciao.
Ciao.